identified him according to his dental record.
He's dead. He's in the middle of the road. And I says, what?
I seen my son play his last game, and then 2 hours later, he was dead.
I think I just dropped the telephone.
We didn't expect this to happen. We was getting ready to send him off to college. But instead, we buying him a suit to bury him.
I feel the person that killed my son also killed his father.
My husband started having seizures because he was internalizing the pain.
I'm constantly thinking, what really happened to my child?
I wouldn't want it to happen to anybody.
This is the last photo I have of my son. It's the most horrible picture I have of him. Would you want your mother to hold up a photo like this?
Don't shoot! I want to grow up!
The Kansas City No Violence Alliance is a new partnership that will truly help change the way that we police and impact violent crime in Kansas City.
KC Nova is a collaboration of a lot of people who want to make Kansas City best. It's law enforcement, it's prosecution, it's government, it's services, it's the religious and the faith-based communities. Every one of them is here to help.
It's a collaboration like we've never done before. And that collaboration really has one motive in mind, that we will not tolerate violence.
It makes more sense to come together, and that's the thing that NOVA has done. It's invited us all to sit around the table together, bring all the entities together, and work together and collaborate.
We're readjusting our focus, not necessarily in geographic locations, but using our resources now to focus on individuals that are involved in violent crime in the city. So instead of looking at the geographic locations and where crime has been occurring, we're now looking at the individuals that are involved in violent crime.
The NOVA project is on the right track. In the long run, it's going to give people their own choice to make a decision on which way they want to go. We can't make them do right, but if they're giving them the option to do right and fix their lives, the outcome can be a lot better. We're going to have a lot less people to deal with if they can get them on the right track early.
Do we want to prosecute you? Absolutely not. But believe me, we will if you make the wrong choices.
Put the guns down back in D-Day. We used to throw hands. Today's a new plan. You gotta understand. NOVA, No Violence Alliance, you know what we say. Put the guns
There are kids right now, young men and young women, who are incarcerated right now, wishing they were in your position, had a choice.
What you're doing is affecting the lives of tons, hundreds and thousands of people in our community. If for no other reason, our children need a better opportunity and a better chance. They don't deserve to live in what could be called war zones.
The police department is utilizing intelligence now in a way we have never done. Technology has allowed us to build networks of individuals that are involved in violence.
It's important to look at crime in a more comprehensive way and look at all of the networks instead of looking at just individuals. What you see here is a social network of individuals within Kansas City. You can see already that there are certain individuals who are more central to the network, and there are others who are more on the periphery of the network. It's important to identify those who are central to the network so that information can be disseminated to those and that they can help spread the message throughout their network.
We're committed to this new approach because prosecuting and incarceration have not gotten us totally where we want to be. They're important components of any crime-fighting strategy, but what we're doing now is a different approach. It's an approach that requires prosecution and incarceration, but also some tough love.
We see young men every day who, in a sense, commit a crime, not understanding the consequences of it. But when they find themselves in prison, then they want to change, or they want to have regrets. I shouldn't have did that. You know what I'm saying? But this is the thing. You have to think right now.
What we want to make sure we get out, and what I want to tell everybody is, we don't want this to happen. We care about you, and we want you to succeed.
The NOVA program, man, is basically telling people, man, they need to get their stuff together. I'm selling this program, man, because I think it's a good program. How many times do you hear somebody say, hey, well, look, I can put you in jail, but I'm gonna give you an opportunity to fix it.
See that cycle of addiction. I think a lot of times you can say, well, I can't change. This is the way I am. This is my future. But that's not true.
We always believe that there's a message of hope, because every situation is to mature us, is to grow us up, to make us stronger and to make us better.
Doing 16 years in prison, and I thought it wasn't no hope. But right now, I'm out. I've been out 5 years now, doing successful, doing great.
If our men are in prison, those are assets that are taken out of the community. They can't take care of their families,
And so everybody loses.
You've either taken somebody's life, you've either maimed them in some way, you've even either done something that has set them back as a human being, and hopefully after doing time or being on probation, that you understand that.
There's never a good outcome inside a courtroom for either side of a case. So there's always a grieving mother, and that grieving mother has lost someone that we can never bring back.
I asked them if I could go to the morgue, and they said, DeWanda, we don't think that's a good idea. I had to see my son for myself. I know this is what they said, but I had to see him for myself, and I did. And that's when I knew it was real. It felt like watching CSI. That's one of our favorite movies, one of our favorite shows. And it was like that. But when they unzipped that bag, it was my son. And that's the worst thing that I could ever imagine seeing, what they did to him.
I really hope that you'll join with us and that you'll understand that this is an effort that requires the entire community to join in together. We need your help. We need you to join with us. Thank you very much.